Elephant Man Podcast Network, Grown Man Conversations dealing with elephants in the room. It's your man DB. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can know when new material is coming out. IG Elephant Man _podcast, Facebook /Elephant Man Podcast, Twitter /Poster Boys, or subscribe on YouTube. Hit the Paleo Hebrew top left or bottom. I'm sorry, top right or bottom right in there. Yo, blessings. Also on Odyssey, Rumble, BitChute, Hebrew Connect, and Hebrew Sphere. Shalom, blessings. I supposed to came on a little bit earlier, 6 p.m. But we had some, it's growing season, man. Had to grow some stuff and had to harvest some squash, had to harvest some cucumbers and different things like that. So blessings to you all. I still want to come on, and see what's going on. Let's see. Camp 4 from Baltimore. Blessings to you, brother. Blessings to you. And what's good, brother? Hey, what's good, brother? Whoever this is, type it in the chat on when it's saying what's good, brother. Blessings to you all. Blessings. All right. Today we're gonna talk about hip hop. Hip hop turned 50, y'all. I turned 50 as well this year. So got some good, bad, and ugly when dealing with hip hop, but it's crazy we're the same age. I'm gonna share this little presentation about hip hop. Let me do my my disclaimer first as far as where is it at? I'm sorry. Fair use. Put that at the bottom, and I'm gonna share my thing about the fair use. I'm gonna show a video on here. Blessings. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Again, fair use. All right, got the fair use out the way. Every time I show a video now, the fair use. But this is a little video about hip hop. In the comments below, if you're watching the replay, or in the comments, let me know what's going on. But it's some pros and cons, so I'm gonna play this real quick. I said the hip hop, the hip to the hip hop, you don't stop the rocket to the bang bang boogie. Say up jump the boogie to the rhythm of the boogie to beat.
From that fateful basement back on Cedric Avenue, hip hop as we knew it was born. The 70s marked the beginning of a revolution in music and in culture.
Jump on it, jump on it, jump on it. It's like a jungle sometimes. It makes me wonder how I keep from going under.
By the 1980s, hip-hop had arrived. From superstar pioneers to the young upstarts blazing their own trail. The mainstream had never heard voices like this before.
This was our fairy tale, our folk music, our poetry, our moment. And as the industry continued to grow throughout the 90s, a new era of expression shook the scene on both coasts. East Side, West Side. The decade took hip-hop in bold new directions, forging some of the most influential rappers of all time.
I have to let you know that I got a crush on you.
At the start of the new millennium, a renaissance of Southern artists dominated the airwaves. From Atlanta to Miami to Texas, they all had something to say with a unique flavor that you could only find in the Dirty South.
They're going right off in the eye.
Hold on, wait a minute. Y'all thought I was finished?
From records sold out of the trunk to now downloading tracks at home, new technology kept hip-hop on the cutting edge of pop culture. In an era when internet rappers became bona fide global superstars overnight, it was time to dream big.
If it's up, then it's up, then it's up, then it's stuck, huh?
Game changers, renegades, icons. As female voices rise, a new era of empowerment echoes through music, fashion, entertainment, and culture. From what's now to what's next, the future of hip-hop is in good hands.
This unstoppable genre has come a long way in the last half century. The world is watching and listening to see what lies ahead. Join us as we celebrate 50 years of the ground
All right, so there you see it. The soundtracks to many of our lives, many of our lives got good, bad, and ugly into it. And I look at it in the beginning when it first started off, it was an expression um, of it was an urban expression, and a lot of people have broken homes, single parent homes, a lot of different things going on um, as far as a degraded society and stuff like that, you know. But a lot of people thought that it was just going to be a fad, you know, so they didn't really pay no attention to it. But it was our soundtrack, right? And then once they figured out, yo, this is not going anywhere, then it took the organicness of it, and then they when anything you sprinkle a little salt and pepper on it, and it can become something else. And so the powers that be, they get it, and now if you look at it today, full swing, full circle, it means something else. Now, it did get a lot of people paid. It did get a lot of people, wealthy, but at the cost of what? You know what I mean? And again, I'm not on here bashing hip hop, because a lot of them early songs, they just talked about what was going on, right? But we got to make sure we speak the solutions, right? And life and death is in the power of the tongue. That's one of my scriptures today. Proverbs 18:21, Proverbs 23:7, Joshua 1:8, Proverbs 12:26 is what I'm seeing. So it looked like it evolved into this, I don't know, it evolved into this weird place. You know what I mean? Very influential place. And I remember a lot of times, see, it's like a catch-22, because even like the other day I was listening to, I heard Ice Cube song, The West Side Connection. It was him, Mac 10, him and Mac 10 beefing, right? They ain't even cool. And Dub C came out in 96. And the stuff that they were saying, if you're a young man, young woman, listen to the music, you believe it, right? You believe what they said, and not saying that all the things that was said was fairy tale or fake, but it was like you lived your life according to those soundtracks. Those were the soundtracks of your life. You know what I'm saying? And I look full circle, knowing, and this is not a Bash Cube thing. I'm just using it for an example. Knowing he's married, got kids, businesses and movies and barbershop, big three, and listening to some of that music, some of that the music that influenced us, it had us act a certain way. It had us, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. It had us doing certain things that was contrary to a lot of the artists, what the artists live, right? So now you get this thing. Cats don't want to be a studio gangster. Cats want to be real. They out here in the street, da 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 da. Well, a lot of people was trying to be like, "Yo, it's real. I live exactly what's on the songs that I create." Well, DAs and the attorneys would get a hold of that music and indict them. but bigger, so a lot of people went to jail. A lot of people died. So it's a mixed feelings about hip hop. But now it's a different thing now. It's way different. Remember coming out and Self Destruction was out, and it was on the chart for at least top number one for at least 6 weeks. You know what I mean? Songs like that, all in the same gang. Songs like that, you don't hear a lot of them no more. It's a different era, right? And so I'm gonna share this scripture real quick, and then I'm gonna get off of here. But I just think, man, let me hear this scripture right here, right? Proverbs 18:21. Life and death are in the power of the tongue, and they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof. And so we're young, we're innocent, we don't understand, you know what I'm saying? And we're speaking death. Even when I hear kids now say, "I'm dead," you trash. I'm what? You don't say I'm dead. You know what I mean? Life and death is in the power of the tongue. You don't say you trash. When that first time I heard trash, I couldn't believe it. Like, yo, you calling somebody else trash? You know what I mean? We all struggle in some areas, and we all got victories in other areas. And practice makes perfect. You put your mind to anything, you can be good at it. But just to just downright hate on each other, call each other trash, I thought that was real crazy. But hip hop played a big part in a lot of our lives, man. It really, really did. Some for the good, and some. Be honest, man. You got to keep it 100 for the bad, right? And so I think about how like that song I was telling you about, the West Side Connection songs he was saying, the stuff he was saying on there. Um, are you letting your sons and daughters listen to it? Are you letting your grandchildren listen to it? Right? Are you keeping them away from it? A lot of record execs, um, a lot of KZRs, they own a lot of the music industry, majority of it, and it's basically like, are you? Some of them don't even let their kids listen to it, to be straight up and down. And the thing is, why not? If you was the CEO or president, work for Tropicana, and say, Dad, what you do? Granddad, what you do? Yeah, I make orange juice, right? Can I have some? Of course you can try them. You can try the product, right? But a lot of those people who promote and push those different things, they don't allow their children, their grandchildren, nieces, nephews to listen to it. The question you got to ask yourself, why? Why? If it's not, you should be proud of your product, right? I remember seeing the one video when I think it was Cardi. She was playing her song. Her daughter came in there. She turned it off. Why? This is mom's work. This is dad's work. Let your people hear it. You feel that you should be proud of your stuff. You know what I mean? And it goes back to acting and actresses. I think that's where another thing too. Like I was sharing my wife. We see Leonardo DiCaprio or Schwarzenegger or somebody, and they playing the bad guy, and it's a movie. It's just acting. It doesn't mean anything, right? To the point where it's just a movie. It's a script, and so a lot of people make money off of the script. But when we coming up, we didn't know that. Somebody said something on the song, we believed them, right? They dressed the part, they walked the swag, they talked it, they had a whole culture around it, and then we follow suit, right? We believe what was said, what was being said. And I know it's a hard one with the hip hop because it's our soundtrack. I'm not beating up on it, man, but we have to come full circle and keep it real, right? It evolved into a monster. It evolved into a beast. So Proverbs 23:7 say, "As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Eat and drink, saith he to thee, but his heart is not with thee. So as a man thinketh in his heart, so is thee." So the more we meditate on the word, I'm gonna put that on here, Psalms 1. And folk, you can't say nothing no more. You got preachers thinking you're a judgy. No, it ain't being no judge, pointing the finger and blame game, and that's not it at all. My goal is like, beloved, I wish above all things that you may prosper and be in good health, even as your soul prosper. You want to have a prosperous soul. You feel what I'm saying? And so a lot of times, I mean, it's just crazy, man. How people, are you being a judge? You ain't nobody being a judge. We just chewing the fat. We talking about it, and if it ain't right, it ain't right, right? So Psalms 1:1. Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor stands in the way of sinner, nor sit in the seat of the scornful. But he delight in the law of the Most High, and his law do he meditate day and night. And so I think about the meditation, right? Meditation don't always mean going somewhere and making sounds and ums and all that. Meditation means to ponder, to think on it, to have it in your heart, your mind, will, and emotion. And in this day and age, okay, plane going over here. It's a tug of war for your attention, a tug of war going back and forth for your will, your mind, will, and emotion. It's a tug of war, right? But we got to meditate on the things of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? We got to. because some things that looks good and feel good ain't good for us. We just got to keep it real, and so we got to make sure we seeking the Most High and the things that are Most High. Praise Yahusha. All right, I got this other scripture right here, Joshua. I'm typing it in my blue letter Bible, so that's why I'm going. You see me looking down. Joshua 1:8. Okay, it's not. Let me see what's going on with it. All right, this book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth. Thou shalt meditate therein day and night, that thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written. For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and then thou shalt have good success. So the Most High is telling us how to make our way prosperous and have good success. Meditate on this word, on this law. You know, laws become as pretty much a cuss word. We accept the byword before we accept the word law. I guess because our flesh don't want to submit itself, subjugate itself to it. You know what I mean? The flesh want to do what it want to do. And it's just crazy. So the book of the law shall not depart out of our mouth, but we shall meditate on it, right? We got to ponder on it. Think about it. We got to meditate on the word of the Most High Yah. Continue to meditate on his word. And it'll help us. It'll give us discernment. It'll give us direction. And we'll be able to walk circumspectly. And I look at a lot of the song, that was cool. There was, but some of them, I can't sit up here and cap. Some of them was like, ooh, playing them, listening to them like, dang, this is death. You know what I mean? And we want people to respect us, respect our place, respect our space, but we got to respect ourselves. We got to respect one another. We got to love one another, right? We have to love one another. We can't look always for respect and accolades on the outside. We got to respect and love one another, man. You know what I mean? And like what he likes and hate what he hates, straight up and down. So that'd be the main thing. They're supposed to be tougher than nails, and you got bodyguards. You walking around. You got all this stuff going on, but you know what? It's a we want to live in truth. You know what I mean? Not everybody, not all of them, but it's you got this money now. People will be hating. You know what I'm saying? So you got to watch your back. You know what I mean? You didn't talk spicy on the song. You got to watch your back. You know what I mean? And so less of the flesh, less of the eye, pride of life is real. It's at our all-time high. Me. So we got to be able to submit to Yah, resist the Hasatan, and he will flee from us. So we just got to praise the Most High, bless the Most High, and walk circumspectly. But I think about that too. You know what I mean? Because like I said, it made a lot of people rich. Made a lot of people rich, man. At the cost of a lot of people dying. And keep it real. A lot of people perishing. Right? He said, my people perish for lack of knowledge. That's for real. We perish for lack of knowledge. We don't know. You know what I'm saying? So we ask the Most High to teach us. And when he teach us, take heed to it. Because he can teach us, but if we're not taking heed to it, then we're going to be stuck. So we most definitely gotta take heed to it and walk circumspectly, man. We definitely in the end times, but you're born for such a time as this, right? Greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world. So keep your head up, walk circumspectly, and like what he like, hate what he hate. People use words like deep, holier than thou, religious, dogmatic, just like they all over the place, right? And so they just say anything, you know what I mean? But we got to walk circumspect. You know what I mean? People won't take you serious if you don't take yourself serious. You want all of this honor and respect. First, you got to show it, and then you got to show honor and respect to yourself, right? You can't be taken serious if you're not taking yourself serious, right? You got to take yourself serious. We got to guard our community. And again, I'm on autonomy. I'm not against Nobody. But we got to be able to bring something to the table. We definitely got to be able to bring something to the table. And if they say you can't sit at the table, we should be able to build our own table. That's where I'm at. And that's the old separation and segregation. And yeah, they use all of that stuff. Diversity, inclusion. Okay, yeah, it's a place for everything. But you got to have self autonomy, right? We can't wait for the next preacher to come into town or the next politician to get in office. We just waiting for somebody, right? When Yahusha, the greatest he that is in us than he that is in the world, he equips us and he leads us and guides us in all truths. He shows us what to do and how to do it, right? And so, yeah, man, give me some what you think as far as what you think about the 50 the 50 years of hip hop. It evolved into something different. Like I literally watched it, right, since about 8 years old to now. It's like, yo, it changed drastically, and people are getting paid, right? But people is not. They on a whole different level. They're on a whole different level. The almighty dollar is greater than human life. You know what I mean? And it's real wild. You know what I mean? And it's fiat currency. It's fiat currency, right? It has a purpose. It serves a purpose, but it shouldn't run our life. It serves a purpose, but it shouldn't run our world. So, yeah. So, Elephant Man Podcast Network. I wanted to be able to come on here. Sorry I came on here late, but you know, it's getting dark out here. So you got to make sure you do what you can as far as watering, harvesting, pruning, planting during grow season. All right. So we definitely getting in here. We got a grow culture going on. Ninja's truth. Not just truth. Not just truth. Blessings to you. Blessings to you. Blessings to you. We just talking about hip hop being 50. I'm turning 50. And the different things that it's used for, you know what I mean? And if we're not walking circumspectly, it can be a tool to help us, but it can also be a tool to harm us or hurt us, right? And the end shouldn't be the dollar, right? It shouldn't be just the dollar at the cost of integrity and at the cost of relationships. It shouldn't be, right? So we gonna get on up out of here. We're gonna close out with some prayer, and then we're gonna get on up out of here. Make sure you guys subscribe, like, and share. We're gonna be doing a few things different. We're gonna be changing up some things on the platform. But Abba Yah, in the name of Yahushua, we thank you for your grace, your mercy. You said, if I be lifted up, I'll draw men unto me. We bless you, we honor you, we adore you. There's none like us, there's none like you in the heavens and the earth. And we ask you to let us walk circumspectly. You said, they that hunger and thirst after righteousness shall be filled. Fill us with your righteousness, so we shall be filled. All right. Leave something in the comment section about hip hop turning 50. Good, bad, and different. Let me know what you think. All right. As a man thinking in his heart, so is he. And life and death is in the power of the tongue. Shalom.
Perfect.